Action.
Okay, Kushbu, just tell us your full name and your year and what you're majoring in.
Sure. So my name is Kush Bhatia. I'm a junior government and international politics major.
And what made you want to run for student body president?
Sure. So I've been in student government for the past 3 years, and I've been honored to be able to serve in a capacity of different roles. So anywhere from being in the student senate to being a chairwoman of a committee to currently serving as the executive chief of staff of the organization. And so these experiences have allowed me to really learn a lot about our organization and the role of our organization as, kind of like that advocacy board for students with administrators. So having the understanding and the experience that I've had in these roles, I think has really helped prepared me for running for this role, and I think that's what really encouraged me to do it.
So when was your first involvement in student government, and what other organizations have you been part of?
Sure. So I joined student government my first semester here. Fall 2012, so right as a freshman. At the same time, I joined Mason Gay Rung, which is a cultural dance organization here on campus. The summer between freshman and sophomore year, I was a Patriot leader. And then fall of sophomore year, I joined a sorority. I became a member of fraternity and sorority life, so I'm now a sister of Zeta Tau Alpha. And then going into the end of sophomore year, I became a Mason ambassador. So having this wide variety of experiences, being an ambassador, Patriot leader, part of a student organization, really helped me learn about the different experiences students have at the university. And I think that really, that's a unique perspective that's developed from all those experiences.
Can you talk about how you came up with the hashtags Progress for Students and Progress for Mason, and what they mean?
Sure. So Progress for Students, Progress for Mason is definitely our slogan for the campaign, but it's more so our theme. So what my running mate and I were running on is the progress that we have made already, and looking at that and the experiences that we've had over the past few years, and evaluating that, what we've learned from that, and looking forward to create more progress for students. Because at the end of the day, we believe that progress for students is progress for Mason.
And the student-centered university policies, they are a huge part of your platform. What are some of the off-campus student initiatives you plan on carrying out during your term?
Great question. So off-campus students are definitely a large part of the overall Mason population, Mason community. So as a way to kind of make our communities feel more integrated, Ali and I have a set of off-campus initiatives. One of the more prominent ones that we think we could go into effect sooner is the creation of an undersecretary position for off-campus students. And so this position would work with the Off-Campus Students Program Services Office as well as the Off-Campus Council, and really work to kind of help bring that voice to the table and help student government as a whole learn what the needs of our off-campus students are.
And can you talk about the initiative Take a Book, Leave a Book?
Great question. So all too often, students are left with textbooks at the end of the semester that they either can't sell back or don't know how to sell back. And so, I know I've had this happen to me before, so we're kind of just stuck with books. And so Take a Book, Leave a Book kind of creates like a textbook share program where students can come, drop off a book, and then if they see something that they need for a future semester, they can pick it up. And so it kind of serves to reduce the burden from students a little bit.
Do you have any other ideas on how to improve campus services that you've done?
Sure, great question. So campus services, that entails a lot, anywhere from dining, parking, IT. So, dining, we can, with the rate the university is growing at, new dining halls are inevitable. And so the most important thing that we can do there is really push for student voice at the decision-making table. We've been lucky enough to work with administrators, involved in these projects, and, they take our opinions seriously, and we hope to continue to have that student voice at the table and really improve all of our campus services.
Can you explain how you came up with org hours and what they are?
Sure. So, throughout my time at Mason, I've been lucky enough to be part of different student organizations here, and so I've learned a little bit about the struggles that organizations have. And so the idea of org hour is to be an hour throughout the week, where no classes are held, so that students can come, and meet with their organizations, and this would serve to, eliminate a couple of problems. First and foremost, space, which is a huge problem on campus. So instead of having to worry about finding a space at like 9 a.m. or 9 p.m., you have all these classroom spaces available 1 hour throughout the week. No classes are held, and so students are more available to come to these meetings as well. It also, opens up time for students who don't normally try to get engaged, for them to, have the opportunity to get involved and make something more of their time here at Mason.
Excellent. Okay, that's
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.